Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode, we will be taking a look at the ThruNite T20T. ThruNite was kind enough to provide this flashlight for my review. It is titanium. For all you titanium fans, it is a titanium alloy. It's very light and should make an outstanding EDC flashlight. This package does come in this very nice tin, which is really nice if you want to give it away as a gift. You have instructions. You have the flashlight. You have the silica gel. Also here we have a diffuser wand right here, and we'll demonstrate that here shortly. And we also get some extra gaskets, a clip, and a little Allen wrench right here to screw that clip on. As soon as you unpackage everything, the first thing you'll notice when you pick up the flashlight is how light it is. This thing is only 1.5 ounces. Very light, and that's because it's made of a titanium alloy, specifically TC4. Titanium is lighter and stronger than stainless steel, but it looks, you know, almost the same. There is a slight color variation, so it's really nice. It makes it very easy to carry every day. Now this has a LED. It is a Cree XP G2 R5 emitter. It's covered by a very nice anti-reflective coated glass lens, like most of the ThruNites, at least all the ones that I own. It has a orange peel reflector. You see the texture in that reflector there? What that does, there's a good and bad side to this type of reflector. The good thing is it smooths out the light, which we'll see here shortly. However, it does shorten up the throw of the flashlight. But you also, if you notice how deep that is, that also helps with the throw of the light. So we'll see that here shortly when we test everything out. There is a tail switch on here. I do like it's not covered with a cheap piece of rubber. It's just the tail switch right there, metal. I like the all metal look. And that is multifunction. It changes the modes as well as turning it on and off. You can see here that it's recessed, so you could go ahead and tail stand this flashlight with no problem. You'll also find some lanyard holes, or a lanyard hole right there. So one of the things I do not like about this flashlight out of the box is do I need to say more? And that's why, for any reason, for reason alone, it's a good reason to put this clip on there, which I'm going to do here in a moment. Let's go ahead and open this up. The first thing you'll notice is it has a gasket in there because it is waterproof, and the threads are actually pretty smooth. There's a, you know how sometimes titanium, things will catch. It'll sort of like try to grip as you're turning it. It's not happening here. So whatever this titanium alloy is, it's doing a good job keeping it light as well as keeping everything smooth. Let you look down in there. You can see the spring part of the switch right there, and there's the circuitry inside here. This flashlight does have reverse polarity protection and current controlled circuitry. This flashlight uses the CR123 or the rechargeable version, the RCR123, and it also could use a 16340 battery. In this video we'll be using a regular CR123, it being the most common. It is important that you use the batteries that do have the button tops. So there we have the clip installed, and now no longer rolls, and the clip does have some really good retention. Now you can change the modes in 3 different ways on this flashlight. So let's go ahead and run through them. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on by pressing the tail switch once, and you can see there it's very dim. That is the Firefly mode. And to go to the other modes, you could do turning of the head, and there's low, and there's high, and there's low again, or Firefly mode. Another way you can cycle through these is just fully depress the button. So I could just depress, and it goes to low, depress, high, and low. Or you could do a half press on the tail to sort of cycle it through, as you can see there. So really nice how you can just sort of cycle through those modes. The other thing is, if you notice, it was on Firefly when I turned it off. When I turn it back on, Firefly mode. So it has a memory. After it's on a certain setting for 2 seconds, it will remember that setting. Now, as far as the output of each individual mode, your Firefly mode, which you see here, is 0.04 lumens, and it will last for 100 hours. For the low setting, it is 11 lumens for 19 hours. And for the high setting, it is 255 lumens for 55 minutes. On high power, the beam distance of this flashlight is 341 feet. It has a really nice pattern of light. The orange peel really shows off how well it could smooth out the light. Even the transition from the spot to the flood is very smooth. There's no artifacts or anything. Really, really well done. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring in my ATAC L2 from 511 so we could do a quick comparison. This guy, the 511, is 220 lumens, whereas the high mode of the T20T is 255, so this should be a little bit brighter. And you can see, even though this is a much smaller flashlight, it's putting about the same circumference of flood, and even the spot is pretty similar in size. However, you can see again how the T22, or the T22, it's very gradual and smooth, where it's a little more pronounced between the spot and the flood on the ATAC. This flashlight is impact resistance to 5 feet. This flashlight also has a IPX8 rating of being waterproof down to 6.5 feet. The dimension of this flashlight is 3.2 inches long and 0.7 inches in diameter. And the weight, we already went over, was 1.5 ounces without the battery. However, most of us don't carry these flashlights without batteries. So with the batteries, we are looking at about 2.2 ounces. Now, another wonderful feature of this flashlight is this diffuser wand. And you could just go ahead and pop that on just like that. And it sort of reminds me of my Navy days, where you could go ahead and wave in aircraft or tell hovercraft to come off cushion. But the purpose of this is not really to wave an aircraft. It is to act as like a light. Okay, we're coming to the end of this video. I need 2 of these. Let's go over the pros and cons really quick. Pros: awesome diffuser. Again, makes a great room lamp like this, or it could light up a whole tent very easily. Even with it off and tail standing, it'll reflect off the ceiling and light the entire room. Really nice. Other things: titanium, very strong, very light, and very bright. 255 lumens in this teeny little package. Great high power EDC. Now, this doesn't come without a couple of cons. One is it's very smooth, which is why I recommend you install the clip. So even if you don't use the pocket clip, I would still put it on just to keep this flashlight from rolling away. And the other thing is no momentary, as demonstrated when I was cycling through the modes by half pressing this tail switch. I told you it was bright. Okay, well, I absolutely
highly recommend this flashlight. It is really awesome, and I think for $59 it is a steal.
So thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and especially you, and I hope you have an awesome evening. Take care. Bye.